Yeah, so God is doing amazing things all over the place in Kansas City. At the normal places that we go all the time, the grocery stores, the gas stations, the malls, wherever we're going, God is doing amazing things. I want to tell you a cool story where me and a buddy of mine stepped out and took a risk. Here at IHOP, and a lot of people say this around America, we love the phrase, how do you spell faith? You spell faith, R-I-S-K. Walking in faith means taking lots of risks. And so something that was really amazing is I have a fun story for you. There's a mall here in Kansas City called the Oak Park Mall. It's kind of the one of the premier malls out here. And there's a Microsoft store. Most malls these days have the Microsoft stores. And then one of the attractions of the Microsoft store is out in front of the store where everyone's just wandering around the mall. They always have these big TV screens where they have a thing called Xbox Connect. And Xbox Connect is a thing where you can play a video game virtually. It picks up on your emotions. And so like for a boxing game, you would punch and things like that. So there was a whole soccer team there, a girls' Catholic soccer team, about 30 girls, and they were all gathered around this TV in the middle of the mall. And I would say there's about 50 people total, because there was the whole soccer team there, but then there was all these people kind of gathered around watching, and they were playing this dance game. And I said to my friend, I dare you to jump in front of that TV screen right now, interrupt everything they're doing, and preach the gospel to him. And he goes, all right, let's ask the Lord for 3 words of knowledge for healing. What a word of knowledge is you ask the Lord, is there anyone in the crowd who needs healing, Lord, and tell me something? So the Lord may say, that girl needs whatever. And so I was like, okay. And so we both go before the Lord, and he agrees that if you get the same 3 words that I do, I'll jump in front of that screen. I mean, just picture the scene, guys. You're at the mall, and there's 50 people gathered in the middle of the mall playing a video game, and we're about to do this. So long story short, I can't remember exactly what they were, but there were 3 words of knowledge. I know there was an ankle, there was a shoulder, and I believe a back. I'm not quite sure, but we both got the same exact one. Tony, my buddy Tony, goes, here's what I got, and I go, or no, actually I said, here's what I got, and he goes, you're kidding me. So I'm like, okay, you got to do it. And so here's what ends up happening. He ends up saying, okay, I'm going to do it. And so they're playing their dance game, and here goes Tony, and he jumps right in the middle of this game, and it just goes, hey, everybody, I want to talk to you for a second. And everyone's like, what is this guy doing? And he goes, I'm a Christian. The Lord is telling me that in this group, there's this, and this that needs to be healed. Who of you has that injury right now? And 3 girls popped up that had those injuries. And we prayed for them. All 3 of them immediately on the spot get healed, right? And all this commotion starts breaking out. This mall is a 2-story mall. So all of a sudden, these 3 girls get healed. And this is a girls' Catholic soccer team. And the coaches are there, and they're kind of like, what's going on? All of a sudden, more girls start popping up. Well, pray for my thing. And literally, like 6 or 7 girls get healed of different things. And then I look up into the 2nd level of the mall, and there's literally people lined up watching what's happening over the railings. People had come out of the stores. Literally, like all the workers had come out of the stores, and we have a crowd of like 150 people gathered in the middle of this mall. Where was security? I have no idea, because we've had run-ins with security where we're just praying for someone and they're like, hey, you can't do that here. I think the Lord supernaturally hid the security, and we have this crowd of people as the Lord is just healing. I mean, it was literally like heaven kind of just fell over this atmosphere. I mean, it was like one girl would pop up and go, my knee hurts. Be healed. Boom, she'd be healed. I mean, there was no laboring. It was like in the second you spoke, they were healed. And we had a little mini revival there, and these young Catholic girls were provoked, because after the healings broke out, we stopped for a second. We preached the full gospel to them and said, you need to have a relationship with Jesus. This was a sign that Jesus is real, and that he's bigger than what you think, and that he knows you intimately. He knew about your needing to be healed. And so it was just amazing to be able to preach the gospel and call these young Catholic girls and however many people were walking around saying, you need a relationship with Jesus. And so I want to encourage you today, that testimony is a fruit of someone stepping out and being a little crazy and taking a risk. And so go ahead today and go take some risks and see what God will do. If you don't take a risk, you can't be used. So bless you guys.